My name is David McCune, and I'm from Kansas City. My bicycle accident was 3 years ago, this last October 5th. Really serious accident, breaking my skull, lots of internal bleeders and all that kind of thing. So it's a really serious one that was in therapy for a little over a year full-time and another year part-time. It's been a long journey. It's made such a difference here. My initial therapy, helped me over some things like, being able to walk and talk again. So it was very important, but for all the finer things, like being able to talk without stuttering, being able to walk without having to hold on to the walls, the confidence even, that it's made such a huge difference here in 2 weeks. It's just been unbelievable. Gosh, my life before my accident, I was with a large healthcare company that was private, and we provided healthcare for prisons and jails. Medical, mental health, substance abuse, the whole range, dental, we provided everything. And we were a really, really large company. And so I was the chief operations officer for that company, traveling all around the United States and doing all kinds of things with them to make that a success and getting the right kind of care to the inmates in our systems. And then other than that, it was my wife and I, we were both avid bicycle riders. Like thousands of miles we've gotten in on bicycle. I've ridden across Kansas twice, mountain hiking, but being able to hike in the mountains, and even if it's just riding a bicycle around town and things like that. The group activities, the family activities, things like that were really important to us. I think the best I could describe that is even once I was even more able to do a few more things and be a little bit more awake, so to speak. My best summary is, I lost me in this. It's pretty much everything I did, everything I loved to do, those kind of things, all the activities, the hobbies, simple things is going out to a restaurant to eat. Just could not do that. Eventually with enough therapy, I walked pretty good, but the balance was still an issue. There's no way we're going to get me back on a bicycle. There's no way it's going to get me back in the mountains hiking. And so I lost a lot. And, and it was a major, major depression for a couple of years over everything I lost, because I just lost. I felt like, in saying I lost me, I just felt like I lost my whole identity and the things I could do that I just couldn't do anymore. One day, one afternoon changed entire life. Some of the other things were, like I say, I was in all day full-time while I was inpatient rehab for 2 different places for about a month. And then after that, it was their local in Kansas City. And they helped a lot, but it was like all day, every day for, probably 5 to 6 months. And then after that, it was just every day, part-time. I had to go to PT again today. Got to go to speech again today. Got to go to OT again today. And they helped, but not enough. I still couldn't talk without stammering and stuttering. I still couldn't recall most words. I still couldn't balance decently. At one point I was telling them upstairs, my neurologist in Kansas City actually got a card that said, if I get pulled over by the police and he starts stuttering and stammering around, acting all nervous, it's not because he's DUI. And if you want to give him a DUI test, forget it. He cannot walk heel to toe. It's not going to happen. So if you get pulled over, give them that card. And if they want to suspect DUI, then take the blood. I can't do the rest of it. So in ways like that, probably most people don't think of anything about those kind of things. And not that I expected to get pulled over, because it always sounds bad to say, I quit drinking. I wasn't an alcoholic, and I didn't drink much. But with the accident and all the things it caused, and the fog it caused, and the tiredness it causes, and then the meds to help with all those, just don't drink at all, period, anymore. So there's no way I'm DUI. But if you think so, take it. Initially, I am so tired of doctors and therapy, and it's just whatever part I can get back from my life, yeah, I am tired of therapy. And so do I really want to do more? And so I did a lot of research, and then looking at the evidence-based things, and I saw that this was evidence-based, which just means the world today in these environments. Then did the consultation, decided, I'm going to do the consultation. And that with the research and with the consultation and the information I got from that, and just, I guess, the reception, the sense of this consultation wasn't another one of those, hospital patient intake forms. I mean, we talked and they understood and they cared, and that showed. So that's what finally convinced me and my wife that, let's go for it. It was in the first week, and I don't know, I couldn't say what hour, but, within 2 or 3 days, I felt a change in the confidence. I felt a change that I was already seeing some change in my balance. In 3 days, I was already seeing a difference in my speech, that I wasn't just stammering. Everything didn't take me 15 minutes to say a simple sentence. And I think probably one of the most reinforcing, supportive things was that the therapists were all saying, "Oh my gosh, David, we can see and hear so much difference in you. We can feel that." But even then, other patients here, "David, we can't believe you're the same person walked in here Monday. They saw me talking better. They saw me walking better already in a week." And I thought, I still couldn't walk heel to toe. That wouldn't happen in the first week, but I could walk down the hall without having to hold on to the wall. And so, it was within the first, by Thursday, I was drained. I was just so tired. I went back to bed. I'm used to staying up till midnight or so and getting up at 7 o'clock. And first week, I was in bed by 8:30 every night. And by Sunday, my body said, I slept till noon. It's like, wow. And so the efforts there, the inputs there, the energy, all that stuff is just really, I could feel it all just coming to. This is really awesome. I would tell them, you know what, I understand. You can read all the research you want, you can read the journals, you can read whatever you want, but to know everything you've been through, and it's an expensive program, without a doubt. No insurance, and I don't know if my insurance is going to pay for it or not when I get done, but you know what? At this point, it is worth every penny that has gone towards this program to make these 2 weeks. And I guess the other clarification, it's not just 2 weeks, because you can take the amount of money and divide it by 160 hours or whatever you want to do. But, in doing all the outtakes today, they're talking about, I'm calling you in 2 weeks. I'm calling you in 4 weeks. I'm calling you in 6 weeks. And there's a follow-up, and I've got activities planned now for the next year. And I'm like, wow. So it's not a spur-of-the-moment thing. And there's so many patients here that we've talked to last week and this week, and the bond you can form here with those folks, because you finally get to spend time with people who understand you. They know what it's like. They get it. They know when you say, it's hard to talk. Well, get over it. You hear that all the time. But here, they understand it. And several of the therapists here have been through it themselves as well. And so all I can tell them is it's worth it. Forget those doubts. This is going to get you further than you have gotten. And I don't care where you've been in therapy. There's great therapies out there, and my other earlier therapy did some great things. But this therapy got me back.